Hi everyone, good afternoon. Just so that we can further instruct and explain our structure to you, we've tried to make this video to further instill these structures within our systems. That's why we have not posted products today. So we want you to watch this video to the end, um, listen attentively to it, pick the ones you need to pick, and adjust to the systems. This was what we used for our conference by 5 p.m. today by the grace of God. Thank you so much for following up. My name is Paul Martins, and I'll be explaining our new systems to us today. Thank you. So we now have a new era, and that new era will be launched fully in May, and it's the era of cheap shipping and fast shipment. It's the era of cheap shipping and fast shipment. Our business method and system have been updated, and we would like to explain how it works. Let's get started. Introduction. In the past few weeks, we have shipped goods as an LCL. Yes, in fact, but now we'll start shipping goods as a FCL. An FCL is the act of shipping items in a low container load. For that means that a container contains 28,000 kilograms of goods, but you are now shipping 10,000 kilograms of goods. You are now shipping um, 7,000 kilograms of goods. That is LCL, right? But now we don't want to ship goods like that anymore. We want to start shipping as a full container load, and that is FCL. That is, we're going to be shipping out the entire 28,000 kilograms of goods every bi-weekly. That is every 2 weeks. We ship out 28,000 kilograms of goods. This has further helped us to redesign our structure from the cost, price, and speed of delivery. Yes, as this new system is going to allow us to be able to deliver to you faster. It will land in 32 days compared to 45 to 90 days. To land in 32 days, that's after we have shipped the container, right? And the price is more defined compared to when you don't know the price before you pay for the goods. You just have to be trusting that it's not going to be expensive, but you are not sure what the cost is and all of that. It is now going to be cheaper. For example, a Badefu blender will cost you 4,000 naira to clear. A Silvercrest blender rather will cost you 4,000 naira to clear compared to the 10,000 or the 16,000 you paid in the past. And our cost of shipment has significantly dropped from those high costs to a very simple cost. Now, I want to explain how this works, right? I don't want you just to believe that, oh, yes, they said it, so we need to explain why and how this is going to be happening, why it is working, and how we intend to make it work. Right. So let's continue. How? We no longer ship goods on IS. I said that earlier. We now ship goods in FCLs, full container loads. And why do we do this? We have discovered that for every little container load we ship out of China, we have been charged over 100% the actual cost. That is, if it costs about 6 million to clear, we would be charged 12 million to clear, right? 12 million, 14 million to clear, right? Now, this cost is not because it is outrageous, right? It is because we don't ship as a full container load. So companies in China that have access to a container load will now charge us to use a volume of their space in that container to ship out our goods from China. So this means that instead of paying 13.5 for shipping fee of a blender, you can just easily clear your blender with just 4,000 naira and you are fine. You are fine. You don't have to pay any extra money. It is that cheap. So let's say you buy a blender for 9,000 now. You clear it with what? 4,000. That's what? 13,000 naira. And you can sell a blender for 45,000, for 80,000. Right? Buy the full blender for 80,000. It makes things cheaper. It makes things affordable. All right. Now, what did we find? We found that a whole container of goods, which is 40 feet container of goods, um, cost 34 million to clear. We found that, and that is the actual cost from the port in China. But we have paid about 72 million for this clearance only. So for the clearance that have cost 34 million to clear, we've paid 72 million. That's the difference of 38 million. Right? And this is a breakthrough for us because it means that for every fee you've paid, you can now divide it by two and start paying in May. So for every fee you've paid in the past, you can now divide that fee by two. and we have also developed this structure to infiltrate the Nigerian market. Develop this structure to infiltrate the Nigerian market. That is, the average shipping company in Nigeria cost charges 330 CBM for each CBM. That is, they charge you $330 for each CBM you ship from China. So and that's about 850K plus clearance and every other thing. You pay about 850K for each CBM. That's about 100 kilograms of goods. All right. Now, but we have cut it down to 280 CBM. That is, we've brought it down by $50. So when you would have paid an extra 90,000 naira for shipping fees, we remove that cost from your neck. We also remove the cost of freight from your neck. We remove the cost of warehousing from your neck. We remove the cost of demurrage from your neck. We've cut out every extra cost that you might incur from importing from China. We've brought it down to the best of the best of the best of the best of prices. We have a team in China that is working with us to make this possible. And we have 5 years of experience. We currently ship out goods from about 15 countries, and we have about 4.7 customer reviews on across our platform. So this new structure is so that we can make delivery faster. One, we can make your profit larger, right? If you compare to what you paid in the past, let's say you bought about a Silvercrest blender, you would have paid about 10,000, 13,000, or 16,000 for the shipping fee. And that would have been about 25,000 for each blender. Although it is still cheap over the Nigerian market of 45,000. But now imagine that you're getting that same blender and the same everything for just 13,000 naira with the shipping fees involved. So you're not paying any extra fee again. All you need to pay is the cost price, right? And when your items land, you just clear your goods, you get your goods, and everybody is happy. Everybody is happy. What to expect? What to expect? Now, with this new system, I want to let you know what are things you're going to be expecting. First thing is that it is going to be cheaper. Products will be cheaper, cost of shipment will be cheaper, your profit will be larger, right? We're also able to give you an idea of the cost of shipping compared to before that you had no idea how much it cost to to clear your goods. Now you would have an idea of the shipping fee. So you are buying, oh, we post a laptop today, you have the range 5,000 to 11,000 for clearance. You post a phone 3,000 to 5,000 for clearance. We post a blender 8,000 to 11,000 for clearance. You have an idea of what the shipping fee is, so you can prepare your mind before purchases are made. For the ones that we cannot so say, we will let you know that, oh, we cannot give you the range for this one, but for the rest of these ones, we can give you the range, right? And there's going to be a clear definitions of your transactions. Your transactions are going to be clearer. They're going to be well defined. There's nothing that's going to be vague from you anymore. All right. Next one to expect is how many days will delivery take? Now let me explain this to us. We want to load up a 40 feet container, and that's about 28,000 kilograms of goods. That's about 300 million naira worth of goods. Right? That's about 300 million naira worth of goods. Right? We cannot fill that container in a week. If we have a month to do that, we can do that. If we have a month to fill that container, we can fill it with your help, with your referrals and everything. We can fill that container, right? Then after that month, we then ship out that container. It becomes cheaper that way. But in a case where we don't have the container filled and we ship it out, it's still going to be expensive. So what we want to do now is let all of you know that in May, all of us are going to be buying in May. Then we'll ship out May ending. Then by July, we'll get our goods. You see it now. Compared to buying and we ship out every 2 weeks, now we ship out every month and we do not split containers anymore. We don't split containers anymore. We ship everything in one container. Everything comes down in one container. It's like loading a truck of rice to Jos. Let's say that truck will cost you 400 naira to load, and you can contain 500 bags of rice. If you put one bag inside that truck, you will still pay 400 naira for the cost of shipping. You understand? But that same truck would have contained 500 bags that will still cost you the same 400 naira for the cost of shipping. So we need to fill our containers first, then we will now ship out the goods next. Do we understand that? That's our new structure of engagement. Then, more questions. How long in general? So, best bet is that after the first month of collation of orders and purchasing and loading the container, it take about a month and about 15 days or 11 days or 7 days for you to get your goods. So after the month of May, let's say you bought in May, when May ends, we ship out the container from China. Then it takes about 32 days, which is a month and about 3 days for the item to land. We go pick it up, bring it down to this place. We then rearrange and pack out your goods, and then deliver all your goods to you. I'm going to split. We're not going to split any container. I'm not split any container. Everything will be shipped in one container. Right. That is what we have worked on so far, and this is in preparation of our May sales, so all of you can know that we've changed a lot of things about our system and we're willing to work with you. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I'm glad you have been following up with us. See you in the next video. Bye bye.